Okay, so only technically like 3 minutes late. Only technically. I haven't tweeted, so you're gonna have to give me a sec. What should... I usually tweet with a GIF. What should the subject matter of the GIF be this morning? I'm gonna let everyone pick. Give me a good idea for a GIF. I liked the seal. Okay, I'm gonna go with a seal GIF. Although I am going to slightly subvert your expectations here. Hey, we're doing the thing. And then a link to the thing that is occurring. Tweet.
Tweet.
Okay, there we go. The animal or the guy? Neither. Oh god.
Wait, where did my...
I didn't even get the sleep out of my
There
eyes.
it is.
I've been up a bit. The stream is starting late only because of multiple technical problems at once, which is exciting. I sat down and it was like, what internet? And I was like, oh, God. So I got that fixed, and then with the way I set things up for the streams now, everything's like real specific. Like you have to set it up in a very specific order.
I had to go look at your tweet.
Because of some audio stuff that I did. And if anything is not set correctly in the chain, like as you go through the thing, then it won't work. So I went through all and I'm still getting used to it because everything is like new. So I got through all of it and I was like, all right, should be fine. And then there was no sound and I was like, not fine. Can you automate any of that? No. It's not that bad. It's just, it's new. So I gotta like commit it to memory. I'm working on it. Learning process.
Stockpile your cabin with Tiny Eddie's decaying tank brownies.
Can you give me that back?
Yeah, you can have that back.
You took that from me.
I know, but you put it on my side.
No, I put that in the center. That's I can get to it easy from there. Decaying tank brownies.
I mean, all cabins
All
that
tanks.
have tank brownies are going to decay.
All tanks are decaying. We previously discussed that every Tiny Eddie snack is decaying.
So
Very
stockpile
technically.
them.
It's almost class time and I decided to wear shorts in 30-degree weather. Tiny Eddie, give me a snack to complement my questionable decisions. You'll be warm in a tank. Tank keep warm very well. Does it? I don't know. Because
I
like
don't think so.
a tank would be
They don't
cold.
seem to be insulated. They're like metal.
I've never been in a tank.
Me neither.
I would argue that most people have not been in a tank. Anyway, hi everybody. I'm still on the pills, so I don't have a drink. How sad is it that potentially for a while I will be doing breakfast stream and then get a drink like halfway through? That's the saddest story I've ever heard.
Ever.
Oh, I gotta tell you a story that's even sadder. So I've been on these pills for my stomach ulcer a little bit now, right? Like a week, 2 weeks, a week and a half? I don't know. A while. And one of the problems I ran into is that within a few days, I got the pain to go away. I was like, oh, cool. And very technically, there's 2 pills. There's one pill that I take once a day, and that is like that's
It's supposed to help your stomach
heal.
not produce as much acid.
Oh, you're explaining the other pill.
No, that's that pill.
But isn't that's the healing pill?
That's how she described it, yes.
Okay, well, let's describe it that way, because it's...
But that's not what it does.
What does the pill do?
So you have one pill that helps your stomach not produce as much acid to help it heal.
So the healing pill.
And then you have another pill that coats your stomach to protect it from the acid. That's the pill that doesn't let you eat.
Yes. So anyway, as I was saying, not sure. There is the healing, it is hard to say healing pill because it's two different. The healing pill, you take that once a day, and then there's the other pill that you take 3 times a day, and that's the one that reduces pain. Isn't it easier to say the healing pill?
You say it reduces pain, that's not what it does. It's not a painkiller.
But it does do that!
It coats the stomach to protect it from the acid.
Okay, but the effect of that is that it stops pain. I understand that you are technically right. But we don't need technically right. We are trying to explain what the pills do. One makes the stomach heal, and one is for pain. Mao is right. It is not a painkiller. It does things... Yeah, Steven, a suit of armor is a pink... Technically! So anyway, not sure why any of this had to be debated, but I take this pill. However, this pill is the one that
Coats your stomach.
inadvertently leads to the pain being killed. Let's say that, because we have to say it that way for some reason. So I take that 3 times a day. Now, within a few days of starting that pill, I stopped having pain. Or my stomach was coated with the stuff to make it not experience illness. So that happened. However, I was unable to take the pills for like 1 day. Over the weekend, when things got really nuts, and I was, staying awake for incredible stretches of the time, and then taking tiny baby naps and doing all sorts of really terrible things to my body. During that time, I wanted to eat, and I didn't know when I was going to eat or when I was going to sleep, and I just didn't take the pills for like a day. So I assumed that wouldn't have a terrible, terrible effect. I figured that there'd probably be some effect, but not resetting back to as if I had never started taking pills at all. And it did. I was in as much pain as before I ever started taking the pills. So that made Sunday fun. Mm-hmm. So since then, I've started taking the pills again. And it's not like I was trying to stop the pills. I wasn't like, I don't need these pills. It wasn't that. It's just like things were so hectic in my life, I could not even take because like
you have to think about when you take them.
It was too hard.
Or you need to have a schedule, and you had neither.
Yeah, like you have to take the pill before, like certain amount of hours before eating, and a certain amount of hours after eating, and I was like, I could not think through that. I was up and down, and oh god. So hopefully all that's over. Hopefully, but I'm back to taking the pills, and I'm getting back to the point of no pain. It takes a few days, but I'm getting back. But yeah, Sunday was it's not good. Anyway,
Master Link says I would take them after you eat. Well, it's 1 hour before eating,
or 2 to 3 hours after.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is, you wake up and you're like, oh, I want to eat. Okay. Well, you're allowed to eat, but if you eat, then you have to wait 2 to 3 hours until you take a pill. And if you're trying to fit in 3 pills in a day, it sometimes is easier to be like, okay, I'm gonna take a pill and just wait an hour and then I can eat, because otherwise you miss one of the pills. It just, of all the medicine I've ever been on, this is like my least favorite medicine by far. Like, not even close. For something to regulate when I can eat, and also my snacking, for it to like completely kill my ability to snack.
Renee says, can you set an alarm? So what he's been doing is he'll set a timer. Like, okay, I just ate, timer.
Yeah.
And then the timer will go off and he'll be like, okay. And he'll turn it off and then he'll forget to take a pill.
I also do that with reminders. But
and then,
it's worse with timers because timers are an
3
ethereal
hours
thing.
later, I'm like, Steven, did your timer go off? And he's like, for what? And I'm like, you set a timer. And he's like, oh yeah, I turned it off. And I'm like, it's been over an hour.
Yeah,
since that
well,
happens.
the problem with timers are an ethereal thing. You set them, when they're done, they beep, and they're like, beep, and then that's it. A reminder is either better or worse. I'm not sure. Where like you get a reminder and you're like, remind me in an hour, and then you do that every hour for 6 days. Because I don't have time. Where was I?
Yeah, Satsy, I've been setting alarms myself and then messaging him.
Slick Duke says, Steven, how did you take care of Mao? It wasn't me. This is an epiphany that I had somewhat recently, is that I am like the most responsible person on earth if it's something that doesn't involve me. Like if it involves Mao, I'm like, oh yeah, I will take care of Mao. Every 3 hours I'll wake up, we'll do this. But I don't...
Can't have me being in pain, right?
I very historically have not taken care of myself at all. In the least bit. So it's very easy for me to just let myself die. Because I'm like, I got this other thing to do. That's just the way I am. I need to read some things. Because we had to discuss... the definition of painkiller for 16 minutes. And then so we're slightly behind. We have a subscription from Ino Minako. Welcome. 33 months from Masashi09. 13 months from Radio Dread at Tier 2.
Coffee.
Gold Toast. Mark from Vermont gifted 5 subs to TP Chew, Ogden Foreman, Link N, Disillusion 17, and Level 7. Mark, thank you. 21 months from Frorwolf, 22 months from Raven Bear, 4 months from PGamer702, 40 months from Squid, 23 months from Solilium, 15 months from Tiger, 14 months from Scatman Scabadop, just like to say that, 38 months from Wizard Grad Student, 300 from Radio Dread says, Yak! Fun fact, the word for trivia in Japanese, Mame Chishiki, literally translates to bean knowledge or knowledge of beans. A bit of fitting trivia for this channel, or bean knowledge, if you will. That's cute. I like that. Now I want to know why. Why is trivia bean knowledge? Forbidden bean knowledge. That's why people come to Breakfast Stream, is they have to get the forbidden bean knowledge. The forbidden bean knowledge.
Why is it forbidden?
Coffee.
People can't know.
People can't know.
Today's forbidden bean knowledge is painkillers. What are they? And should we argue about what they are? The answer may surprise you. 800 bits from Vinny G Plays. It says, did you hear that Xbox is buying Activision Blizzard? I did not. I know that they got Bethesda, so it kind of makes sense that they would just be like, we have money, we'll buy more things.
Yep.
Companies tend to buy each other, so It doesn't seem too wild, basically. Where were we? 21 months from Mike the Knight. 22 months from Charlemagne 25. 24 months from Layla 3. Congrats on the 2. 28 months from Green Day Rock. Also 28 months from Elexrin. 40 months from Chrissy G. 14 months from Hal Pondo. 12 months. I started to say 20 and I was like, that's not what those numbers together are.
That's not those.
That's a 12.
That's not what it is.
19 months from Agent G128. 300 from Squid says, do we need to hire an aide for Grandpa here to take his medicine? I mean, the timer system is solid in theory. It really comes down to what am I doing when the timer goes off?
Should I start setting the stove timer?
That's a really good idea. Because that can't be ignored.
No, it'll keep going, and you have to get up and walk to
See,
it where your pills are.
That's the problem with timers. The problem with timers is, yeah, if it goes off when you're, like, not doing something, then it's like, oh, okay. But it goes off when I am doing something, and I'm like, just a minute. But there's no snooze on the timer. It's just off. I'm like, off.
You could set a timer for, like, okay, I need 5 minutes to finish this email.
You know what I think it is? I think it's just not. It comes back to like taking care of yourself. Mm-hmm. If it was you, I would drop everything I was doing and go do it. But because it's me, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'll get to it. Like if the timer was for, like, oh, the bathroom's on fire. Like every 3 times a day, the bathroom caught fire. Then I'd probably
what?
I don't know. This is an example. It's an analogy, Mallory. So, you know, a metaphor. An acronym, Mallory. So, like, the bathroom 3 times a day just catches fire. Right? So, if the thing...
This is an allegory.
If this is an allegory, Mallory, it's a buffet, Mallory. So, like, 3 times a day... We're getting off point. It's a painkiller, Mallory. So the 3 times a day, the bathroom just spontaneously catches fire. If I had a timer set that was like, oh my goodness, the bathroom caught fire, I would probably be more interested in dealing with it because it's a bathroom on fire. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Everyone's following. Good. Stay with the group here. Bathroom catches fire.
I am not with the group.
Stay with the group. I got you. Just hold on. You got bathroom catches fire, timer goes off. I see, oh my goodness, this is the timer for the bathroom going off. For the bathroom exploding. And I'd go, oh shoot. And then I would go deal with it because I'd know that's kind of important. Whereas I'm like, my pills aren't even on a set time. It's just get 3 of them in you a day, but make sure that you don't do it before or after food for a certain amount of time. You have any questions? Yes.
Did you put some pills on your desk?
Just like a stack of pills.
Put some on there, put some on the table downstairs and in the kitchen. Nightstand.
I'm going to finish up these pills soon anyway, so I'm assuming the doctor's going to give me more.
I don't know.
So the one thing that's been confusing is that I got these 2 pills. I'm not going to talk about them because Mao has opinions about what they do. But the one that is the first pill I described has 5 refills. But the ones that some folks have described as painkillers have 0. And I'm just curious why I didn't get the painkiller ones. Misspoke. The other pills as refills. Like, why?
These ones weren't even the problem for insurance. It was those ones.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, because the dosage would have been... take 6 pills a day. Yeah, so, I think what's going to happen... I think the idea... Well, this is what the doctor told me. The doctor told me that, like, I was going to take them for a few weeks, go back in, see if they were working. If they were working, then stay on them for a few months. And I'm like, okay, well, I got the refills already to take this one for a few months, but what about the ones that make me not want to scream? Because I kind of interested in the non-screaming pills. Like to not scream. I was reading alerts. 12 months! From Robert N3009. Thank you, Robert. New difference from Jay Linebeck says, so for my ADHD medication, I have to take 30 minutes to an hour before eating, and I take it twice a day. Been doing it since 2016 every day. It was very hard to get used to it, but after a few months, I got used to it. Well, it can be done. So I should do it.
You should.
It's just, you know, it's hard, and it's hard to adjust to something like that. And then within the past week, my schedule has been declining, and within the past few days, my schedule has not existed. I went to bed at night last night.
Yep.
And I am up here in the day, but I don't know how long I'll be up, and I don't know how many times I'll sleep today, and I have no idea. Things are all very fluid and weird.
We're working on it.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Does that mean it's time to get back into Unite? Nope. I told myself I'm not allowed to play Unite until the vlogs, the current timeline at least, is caught up.
I'm just happy I got out of Veteran before the season ended.
You're in, what is the next? Ultra?
Ultra.
What it means is that I'm not going to play
And my
Unite.
Switch is up here because we started Pokemon Let's Go. So, like, I have to come up and get my Switch and take it downstairs so that I can record.
You mean so you can play?
Yeah, that's what I meant, not record.
You record up here. You're always welcome to come get it.
Last night, Chaz was like, anyone want to play? And I was like, oh, I could, but my Switch is upstairs.
It's impossible.
I was like, I have other things I should be doing.
Sorry.
Chess is bringing it down.
Vagabond says, don't you have an extra Switch? Nope. I mean, we have two.
We each have one.
We each have one, but we don't have a...
But we're recording both Pokemon Let's Go, so...
Yeah. The third Switch... No, we do not have... People think we have 3 Switches? We gave a Switch to Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we never said that. Yeah. Emil's given us all 3 Switches, right?
Yes.
Actually, Emil's also the person who gave us
2 years
Let's
ago,
Go.
yesterday actually, is when he was here and gave us the one you have now.
Okay. I remember that. Yeah, we gave one of the older Switches to Lindsay. It was right when...
Right before Animal Crossing.
It was right when Animal Crossing was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was able to join us. And it was really great because she actually took to it.
Yeah.
Like a fish in water. We made all those videos, too. There's so many videos on Animal Crossing. 3 months from Your Psyche. 300 from Charhutch. It says, rule number 2, treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping.
Let's pretend I have the stomach ulcer.
Well, then I would take care of you.
I have a stomach ulcer.
Okay. You're lying.
No, I do. I feel it right here.
What do you want? You want me to give you my pills? You want to take my pills? You can have them. I'll just make a Tums smoothie every
This
day.
isn't how it's supposed to work.
40 months from Ann B. Walsh. Also 300 bits from Ann. It says, not the most healthy attitude, Grandpa, but a very normal one. People are something like 3 times more likely to make sure their pets or family members get medication than they are to take it for themselves. It just is what it is. I know myself, and that's the way it is. I can be responsible when I need to.
I mean, to be fair, if I were the one taking care of all my painkillers when I had surgery, I probably would have forgotten more of them.
Well, yeah.
Because once you put
Yeah.
put it in my responsibility, then I forgot some.
And it's like, it's very... things are very different.
Renee, have you tried putting his pills in a chunk of cheese?
Ooh, a chunk of cheese. I'm hard in this. The level of responsibility is fully dependent on what the objective is.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is, like, I'm really responsible when it comes to work. Like, I can stick to a schedule and release stuff every day for 10 years. Like, no problem with that. But if it's anything that would... If it's for me, then I'm like, yeah.
See, the hard thing for me is because your schedule is so crazy right now, like having done all the Let's Go stuff and the multiplayer Wordle video, it's like I don't know when you've eaten last. Or when you plan on eating next and when you plan on sleeping.
Well, that's another thing, is that for a few days I did not have enough food. Like, I absolutely did not have enough food. And part of it was the stupid pills. Because I was waking up and, you know, I was like, I need to eat, but I need to take a pill. Oh, I guess I should take a pill, and then I wasn't eating. And that's actually one of the reasons why I was like, I am not going to take a pill for a day because I can't eat. It was not great. As a reminder, things that happened last week. Things that happened.
It was so busy that my studio finally got set up yesterday and I was able to do some painting.
Mal has not been able to work for several days because she needed my help setting up a studio and I did not have time. So for several days, Mal has had to just do something else because I couldn't do it. I was like, I do not have the resources necessary to do it. If you weren't here Friday, you may not know, we got a new stream box, which is exciting, and I didn't have to build it because we've got a pre-built computer, but it still needed set up, which is actually a monumental task starting from scratch. And that took most of 2 days, like 2 full days to do. We also helped Lindsay move.
Mm-hmm.
That occurred last week. I had to get everything set up for Pokemon Let's Go. And then we also did the recording and the editing, oh God, of the Wordle video. So, like... There's so much. So it's really no wonder why I'm now in, like, recovery mode to try and fix everything.
Multiplayer Wordle was a lot of fun.
Video came out really good.
It did come out really good. You did a good job. Chess did a good job too.
Yeah, there's also a It also led to something good, because we ended up learning how to do something that will save us time in the future. And that's good. But it wasn't until after the video.
Yeah.
But now we know something cool for the future. So there's that. Excited about that. I got a few. I've sat on just these few alerts. I should read these few alerts. Yeah, there was crackling on Breakfast Stream like last week. Mm-hmm. Like the entirety of Breakfast Stream, there was like one crackle, and then we did Let's Go, and there was like none of that. So I haven't figured that out. Growing pains. At some point, I'll figure it out. I don't know. Clip it. 26 months from Toaster Wolf 99. 300 bits from Furry Zoe. I have the same issue where I set a timer or alarm and then it'll go off when I'm doing something and I'll go, I'll do it in a minute, and then 4 hours go by. Yep. This is why reminders are both better and worse.
Yeah.
Because they're better because the reminder doesn't go away. Like, I never, when I get a reminder pop up, I never hit complete. I always hit like, oh, remind me in an hour. But the problem is it just It's never important. If it's important enough, it'll get done. But I am not important enough. That's the problem. It's just
You're important enough for me.
I'm aware of that. But like,
What if I would be very, very sad if you didn't take your meds? Is that enough reason to take them?
yeah, it's not. I believe you. I just have to. It's too hard. It's too hard. I'm working on it. As of Sunday, I'm back on taking the 3 pills a day. So it's happening.
Yeah.
It's just a pain. In 10 minutes, I can have something to eat. In 10 minutes.
Will you get me something? I just grabbed the Gatorade because I was running late.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, we picked these up yesterday, and having drank so many of them for surgery and like the prep the night before, don't want one for a while again.
Oh no! Reminds you of a dark time.
Yeah.
I can't write the ham.
300 bits from Satsy, who says, "Fun fact: the last time I was on 2 stomach pills, I got gallstones, but I wasn't supposed to be on them. If your doctor thinks you should be on them, make sure they know why, because I wasn't on the steroids they were assigning them for." Ha ha ha! Funny. One of the things that Mal recently was looking into, because Mal looks into health stuff. Who would have thought Mao is an advocate for health? Went to the doctor, got on the stomach ulcer stuff, and doctor was like, it's no wonder that you have this. You were stressed. How many days ago? 2 days ago? A few days ago. Mao was...
Over the weekend.
Mao was looking into stomach ulcers, because she's like, I just like to learn more about stomach ulcers. If that's what you have, I want to learn more about them. So Mal started to look into it.
I was looking into it because you skipped 1 day of those pills and your stomach hurt. And I was like, shouldn't this be somewhat better by now?
So Mal was looking into it and discovered that the idea of like stress causes stomach ulcers. Like stress alone that's how you get a stomach ulcer. Is old information. And the prevailing wisdom at this point from doctors is that if you have a stomach ulcer, you have one of a few...
There's like 3 things that can cause them.
One of a few things that can cause them. Stress is not one of them. Now, stress can make your body more susceptible to one of the things, but it doesn't cause it.
It doesn't help because it helps make more acid in your stomach.
Yeah. But generally, if you would get a stomach ulcer, you have bacteria in your stomach. And typically what doctors do is they will have you do some sort of test to find out if you have the bacteria, and then you're on an antibiotic. My doctor didn't do that. So I didn't take any sort of bacteria test, and I'm not on any sort of antibiotic. And that was a little concerning of like, oh. And we were reading about it, and people that are on medication like this that aren't treated for an antibiotic, to try and get rid of potential bacteria, have like a 60% recurrence rate of the stomach ulcer. Whereas people that have antibiotics, if they do have the bacteria, have a 10% recurrence rate. So it led us to be like, that seems like an oversight. So I got a new appointment
With the GI.
With a actual tummy doctor, and I won't be able to get in until February. But I've never seen a gastroenterologist, and I probably just should. Like, it's a general concept.
When I called on Monday, because the other thing that Stephen won't call is I talked to the scheduler at the GI office, and she was like, so your doctor never did any tests? And I was like, nope. I said, she just suspected and gave him these 2 medicines, and I told her what they were. And she's like, no test. And I was like, no. And she goes, yeah, you should probably come in and see us.
So, yeah, that sucked. I was,
You're on their cancellation list. Maybe they'll call you. You should start answering some calls you get for local area codes.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, hopefully I'll get in sooner. But, so here's the thing. I'm just glad that Mal is how she is and likes to research and learn and do all that sort of stuff, because I'm not that way, at least when it comes to health stuff. Everyone should be, but there's so many other things to worry about on a day-to-day that's not the sort of thing that I think about. And I very much would have, I would have went to the doctor and would have been like, cool, pills, got it. And then that's just would have been it. Mal looking into it and being like, why is it that there was not a bacterial test? I'm like, I don't know. Because, when you go to the doctor, you trust that they got it under control and they're not Googling it in front of you.
Which has happened before.
Yeah.
Not for this. It was a different person. We don't see that person anymore.
Yeah. Well, she did, look up the thing.
Yeah.
I watched her do that. But, to an I understand. Doctors have when you see a general care physician, they have a general knowledge about it. They have to have a little knowledge about everything.
Yeah.
They're not specialists about anything.
We didn't know it was a stomach ulcer when you went in to see her, which is why we went to our primary care.
Yeah.
Who's new? We haven't seen her before.
Yeah. The other reason that it's good to do that bacteria test is that if the bacteria doesn't show, then there's a higher possibility for other problems to be present, which is why it might be worthwhile to do that test. Because if the bacteria comes back, it's like, oh, okay, cool, you have H. pylori, here's some antibiotics, this will help you. And if it doesn't come back, then it's like, maybe we should do a deeper test just to make sure that you're not dealing with something worse than a stomach ulcer. So anyway,
but
that's happening.
You're also going to the GI and you can be like, I think I have IBS.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that I can be like, hey, my poop ain't been normal for 20 years. Can we maybe figure this out? So I've probably needed to go to a gastroenterologist forever. And I've just never been. And it's a good time. Good time to be like, let's fix it all. There have been so many doctor's visits in the past month. Because we're Americans and it's January. All the Americans relate. Well, it's either December or it's January. You're either trying to fit them in before the end of the year, or it's the beginning of the year and you're like,
gotta meet that deductible.
Let's hit that deductible, baby. Healthcare. 14 months from Kinneray. 300 bits from Becca says, dedicating this to my new kitten as of yesterday, Ruby. She's 5 months old and the best baby. Hoping my ham of a cat Eugene likes her when they meet soon. Also hoping she likes Breakfast Stream, unlike him. Eugene? You don't like Breakfast Stream? Oh, what's the name of Andy's cat? Alfie.
Alfie.
Alfie loves Breakfast Stream.
Kepler normally does, but he's in the sunshine and I just washed his blanket.
Kepler is 50-50. Mm-hmm. Kepler is either, oh my goodness, the window is open and I'm having fun in the sun. Mm-hmm. Or he's like, I want to be up here. It's just a toss-up.
And he says, Alfie does love Breakfast Stream.
And I mean, what cat wouldn't like Breakfast Stream? It's got all the makings of things cats love. Me? Me! 14 months from Zephrina 13. 30 bits of Cheesehammer says, I very much support the idea of hiding Steven's pills and cheese. I can help. Also, that vlog from the 3rd, Domino's, with me right there, for shame. Also, I like how the S and the E are separated so the Hamler would play. It's brilliant. absolutely brilliant. The future of alerts on Breakfast Stream is finding ways to include words that trigger alerts inside of bigger words and just leaving the space so it happens. I love it. I love it.
I've seen a few people comment on my Gatorade flavor saying it's the best one. Lemonade?
Yeah, it's a trick.
Lemonade?
It's not lemon lime. It's lemonade, which
is
people,
my favorite.
Most people don't
But
know.
I'm real tired of it.
Most people don't know that flavor exists. But it does. It's generally you can only get it in like this size. They usually don't sell it in
The small one?
the smaller ones. Like you usually can't buy lemonade in like the 8-pack. But it's good. It's pretty close to lemon lime.
It is.
I'm not really sure why they make two flavors that are the same color and taste very similar. But they do.
Pick up a fresh box of Tiny Eddie's powdered coffee rolls.
For My Them Crafting Live, we could also hide the pills in whatever Eddie suggests. Powdered coffee rolls.
That would work.
That sounds good. Like a powdered donut, but coffee flavored?
No, I'm just thinking of like a babka. Where it's like rolled inside.
I like the idea of baking medicine into a babka, and then every morning I just have a slice of babka. How do I get to that future? That's the future I want to live in.
A coffee flavored Swiss roll. Yeah, that's what it is.
I love coffee flavored stuff, but I also love coffee. Although I think there's some people that they don't like coffee, but they like coffee flavored stuff, so your mileage may vary. It really depends. There's certain smells and tastes and like aromatic experiences that people they want to smell it, but they don't want to taste it. Coffee is definitely one of them. Cigars. There's people that really like the smell of a cigar shop. They would never smoke, but they really like walking past a cigar shop.
See, I can't stand that.
I don't love it.
Before they banned smoking in Wisconsin in public places, I remember being a kid and being in somewhere, and I never liked cigarette smoke, but every so often someone would light up a cigar or one of the smaller ones, cigarillos, and like
is that the puppy murderer?
What?
The puppy murderer. Is that the puppy murderer smoking thing?
What?
The puppy murderer.
From what?
The puppy murderer.
From where? Cruella?
Yes.
No, she had a cigarette holder.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the movie, and I just saw all of the dogs and her, and above it in my head, the title of the Disney film was Puppy Murderer, and I was like, I know that can't be it. I know that there has to be. It's called 101 Dalmatians. I really expected
Says I did not go with you on that journey.
I really expected you to like figure out where I was and help me get to the real thing, and I couldn't.
No, that's a cigarette holder.
As Hatsy says, you could have named the dogs.
Spotted dogs.
Incorrect.
Dalmatians.
Do they have names? Pongo. Oh my god, I knew Pongo. Pongo and Barbara.
No.
Pongo and Jean.
No.
Pongo and Bongo.
Anita, or is that the Perdita?
Oh, I wouldn't have never remembered
Anita's
Perdita.
the wife, the human wife.
Pongo. 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 That's so fun to say. Pongo.
Do you remember any of the puppies?
No. There's one that's like dopey.
Rolly.
Rolly. Is that his name?
Spot. Lucky.
Did they name all of them? Because that's insane. They did not
Well, there
name...
was only the one litter of puppies.
There's 100 of them.
Well, that's because the people kidnap all the dogs, but they're not just from Pongo and Purdy's litter. They're from, like, other places.
I remember the movie as Pongo and Anita.
Anita's the human wife.
Pongo and Beatrice, they have 101 puppies. So Beatrice is tired. Beatrice is really tired, and she cannot take any more of Pongo's crap. So she lets her guard down, and then Cruella de Vil comes in, and she has a van. And she loads all of the dogs into the van. And there's two guys that they're just animated versions of the Wet Bandits from Home Alone. And they're in the film, and I don't know that they do anything. I think
They're the ones that kidnap the puppies.
They have crowbars? But they don't use them, they just hold crowbars the whole film. And then at some point, Pongo goes, "Oh no!" And there's probably more. But I don't remember any other part of the movie. What's funny is that 101 Dalmatians might be the movie that I have seen the most. And that's not even, like, well, the second Ace Ventura film, and then 101 Dalmatians. I've probably seen 101 Dalmatians like 100 times. But I haven't seen it since I was 7. So, you're not going to remember anything that you haven't seen in forever. Where were we? We were on a journey. 20 months from Swishy Head. 300 bits from It Me Pat. Hey, I'm just curious, how much snow do you have where you are? I'm currently at home because we're under about 2 feet of snow that all came down in one night. We are sitting at...
absolutely 0 snow.
It's 35 degrees.
What's the high today?
50. Now, I will tell you...
They did get snow inland.
I will tell you...
They also got ice. A lot of ice.
It has been foretold by the weatherman that we are probably going to get snow on Friday.
Ice.
Oh. Ice. So we're not going to get snow.
We'll see. He said it's too early to call yet.
Put on your
That's what
spacesuit
I'd
and
say.
enjoy Tiny Eddie's violet smoky cookies.
I heard violent?
1090 from Furry Zoe says, first, Tiny Eddie. Second, hearing Steven say puppy murder out of context is extremely concerning. Third, Pongo and Perdita, however you spell it, had a litter which got stolen, and when they were found, there were many more puppies who they basically ended up adopting. Okay. So Cruella de Vil wanted to make...
Coat of puppies.
Like, that's the sort of thing that should be, like, discovered in childhood. Like, that's the sort of thing that there were signs. Like, little Cruella, there were definitely signs that, like, oh, Cruella's a little off, you know. As a general rule, anyone who is like, you know, I'm just thinking about making, I don't know, like a coat, but of puppies. It's just a wild idea, right? Like, that's the sort of person that, like, you need to call someone. You definitely need to call someone. Anyway, violet smoky cookies. That's when you make cookies in a cigar shop. No, a smoking room. A smoking room. Can you imagine that you go into the Delta smoke? Is this still a thing? The Delta
Smoking lounge?
This Delta smoking lounge, and there's a baker in there, and they offer you a cookie. And they taste like cigarette smoke. Oh, I would die. That's straight up a Tiny Eddie product, though. Tiny Eddie's. We made these cookies in a smoking lounge. Cookies. Where was I? 30 bits for Cheesehammer says, also in case anyone's curious why I'm reacting to things like Domino's right in front of me, but only after the vlog comes out, it's because I don't like to spoil. I'm a good Cheesehammer. I don't yak. Yakety yak.
You can go get food.
Don't talk back. I was trying to do the next part of that.
Oh. I thought you were going to ask
That's
me
a
if you
great
could
song. How long until that's in public domain?
eat. A while.
When did the song Yakety Yak come out? 1957. Oh, God. We have a while. I'm so upset. 17 months from Caitlin595. Jazz says, why are we getting 1 a.m. Steven at 9 a.m.? Jazz, I don't know if you caught this at the beginning of the show. I have not been sleeping. I've been sleeping at random times for random amounts. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to things. It'll probably be sorted out by Friday. But that's why.
You simply can't go wrong with Tiny Eddie's leftover zesty balls.
You could go wrong. Bella Bunny says, Tiny Eddie, what does a tiny potato eat? Asking for a friend.
Spud.
Be sure to sit zesty balls next to the potato. That's a potato's favorite thing to consume. Only if they're leftovers. Nobody wants fresh zest. They want dated zest. When I'm eating something, I go, wait. When was this zested? Was this recently zested? I want this to be zested a while back. Dated zest. 30 months from IC Patterns, 21 months from Darchie, 100 bits from Psy Witch. 300 from Aldo says, speaking of 101 Dalmatians, the book it's based on has a sequel where alien dogs put all the humans to sleep so they can rescue Earth dogs from the coming nuclear war. Still waiting on that movie, Disney. That sounds incredible. There are, is that the same author? Because sometimes it seems like authors release a work that's like beloved, and it's like everyone is like, oh, this is such a wonderful book, and then they release a second book, and everyone's like, oh no. I'm kind of curious if it's one of those same situations. Isn't that just Jimmy Neutron?
I never saw Jimmy Neutron.
It was a movie, but I think they always had plans for it to be an animated show. I never saw the movie, but I watched the show. I've seen some of the show. 6 months from JW Barker 24. Thank you. Hope your day's going good too. I'm gonna get
Food?
just a little something.
You get me a little something?
What do you want?
What are you getting?
Well, I don't know yet.
Well, when you decide, you tell me.
I mean, I've been working on eating those
Toaster strudels?
toaster strudels.
Let's finish those up. Get them out of the freezer.
We're not gonna finish it. There's like 5 or
Okay.
6. That would be insane.
That would be insane. Well then, let's keep working on them.
So just like 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to unfold your 4-foot-long legs. 5? How tall?
How tall are my legs?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I
What's
don't
the
know.
inseam on your pants?
The inseam on my pants? Oh, you mean like the length?
Yeah.
36.
Okay.
So 36. I didn't think about that one for a minute. I was like, well, you know, if the inseam is 36 inches, I'm willing to take a guess that the length is 36 inches.
I mean, that doesn't take into account, like, your hip.
Yeah, and like the pants stop at the ankle.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, 39, 40 inches? Anyway, I'm gonna get a toaster strudel and also one for you.
Thank you.
Do you want anything else?
No. I regret. No, take this down. I don't want this anymore.
Can I have it? Or are you gonna
I
drink
just put it
it?
in the fridge.
Oh, I didn't know if you didn't want it like
No,
ever
you
again.
have your own.
Oh, okay.
The lemonade one, by the way, is like a slightly lighter yellow than the lemon lime, which is a little more like neon looking.
Don't worry, you don't have to use that to figure it out in the store. It also says lemonade, so you can just read.
I was told to pick a flavor of Gatorade I didn't like for surgery, so I picked orange. And I used that the night before, and then I had yellow after, and lemonade after. And I'm just real tired of it. It's not... I don't know. I was hoping I would enjoy it again, and I don't. Scatman says, I love orange Gatorade. Well, yeah, that was like my second favorite. But I was told, like, pick one you don't like, but nothing red or purple, I think. So I picked orange because I don't like anything else. Like, I don't like green. There's a cherry one that's white, and that one is okay, but I went with orange because I figured I would be able to tolerate it. Mr. Deathkill says, why so specific? Why no red or purple? So, part of something that could have happened is I could have had endometriosis in my intestines, and you can't have red food dye because it looks like blood. So. And you have to, like, drink some fun, nasty fluid before surgery, and it went with orange Gatorade. Well, for me, I picked orange. And, they were like, pick one you don't like, because you'll never want it again. So, but I had yellow after surgery, and I'm burnt out on it, I guess. That was 33 months from Colin to P. Thank you. Sassy says, it's your new least favorite. Yeah. I just need to wait a while till I forget. Let's see, what else is going on? I started painting yesterday, and the hint is it has a different setup for some of the video. Which is why I needed Steven's help to set it up. Because the first part has 2 cameras. So, I'm excited. I had fun. And I still have more to do before I switch to setup number 2. Oh, my leg hurts. Aldo says double camera madness. So I have my normal camera set up differently, and I'm using a different camera for my normal, like, face cam. So my normal camera is a different view of painting. Codeface says, how do you feel about Pokemon so far? I've really enjoyed it so far. It's super cute. I like that it's simplified because I never got to really play Pokemon growing up. So I'm not really great about types and type matchups and which Pokemon are which types. Because, like, I watched the first season of the anime when it came out. Like, a long time ago when I was in elementary school. I never played the card game. I never played any of the video games until I met Haley and played Leaf Green in college. And nothing ever just stuck. So, like, types didn't stick in my brain. So, I feel like a regular Pokemon game would be a little tough for me just because of that. And I like Let's Go. Steven says we played a little of X and Y though. That's true, but like I was telling Steven after Friday stream, I was like, when I played Leaf Green, I just did a lot of grinding, and then I was strong enough to beat a lot of things when I played Leaf Green, so I could get through it. Because I had no idea. And I didn't bother having, like, a guide or anything, so. Yaman Dorgon says, the Pokemon veteran in me was screaming when I watched your battle with Steven. Be glad abilities are not in Let's Go. Yeah. When he was like, oh, I'm gonna use this, and I'm like, I don't know what that one does. And he's like, well, this is good against this, and I can't use this Pokemon against this. And he's like, you'll never be able to poison Venusaur. And I'm thinking, I had no idea. It's just something I've never gotten to really experience, so I've never memorized it. And at some point in your 30s, you just can't anymore. So.
Yeah. I had to, like, when you learn stuff as
You didn't melt my frosting, did you? No, you did.
Sorry, I forgot. I didn't even think about that. I was just like...
This is how I do it.
Yeah, that's how I do it, and that's therefore how everybody does it.
No, it's not.
Forever. You know, when you learn stuff as a kid, you retain it
Differently.
differently. So, whenever I was... Pokemon came out in 98, so I was 9. When I was 9, and Pokemon Red and Blue came out, and I started playing them, like, you're going to retain all of that because you're just like, shoo. So I learned type matchups as a kid, and I held on to that information, like, pretty well over the years. Some of it's definitely faded because there's still times where I'm like, is this good idea? And I have no idea. But I know a lot of it. My issue is that I get confused about things. Like, I get two different things confused with each other. That happens a lot. So I tried to stick with, like, what I absolutely know. I'll probably learn some things over the course of doing Let's Go. And hopefully I'll retain it. We'll see. I don't know. And there are some types that didn't exist when I played too. Like Fairy is new. And Steel was in, I think, Gold and Silver, which I played Gold and Silver when they came out, but like I really don't recall anything past Red and Blue. It just doesn't stick. Like, I have vague memories of playing I think it's Gold and Silver, with the dogs, like the legendary dogs, and they keep running, and every time they run, they go to a completely different area. Like, I have vague memories of being a kid and trying to capture those dogs, and it just being, like, a huge pain. So, like, I've played these games, but, like, I can't remember. It's been so long. 28 months from Lugo44. Lugo, thank you. Appreciate it. How is it? Is it good?
Yeah. Next time, try not to melt my frosting.
I'm sorry. I just forgot.
Oh, I just... Helpful hint for next time. Please don't.
Yeah. I'll try and remember. We'll see what happens. Are these raspberry? I don't know.
It's strawberry.
Oh, okay. I just know that it's red. I can't tell the difference. I'm like, I don't know. It's red flavored. It's not cherry. Cherry is a very specific, like, strong taste, but sometimes...
It's strawberry.
Sometimes when it's, like a manufactured product, it's hard for me to tell the difference between, like, raspberry and strawberry. So, anyway. I played...
That's strawberry.
Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond... Yeah. So, as a reminder, on release, I have played Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, Pearl, and then I didn't play any on launch past that. Never played Crystal, never played Emerald. Oh, X and Y, I played X and Y. And I still don't know the Pokemons. I know the first 150 really well. And I have a vague recollection of the next 100 after that. And then, like, no idea. Not even a clue. Yeah. I don't know. I also played the spin-off games. I played Pokemon. I remember getting Pokemon Pinball as a kid and being so excited. You put the little AAA battery in there and it rumbles. What? It rumbles. Wild.
Coffee.
Oh.
What? What?
I wanted to mention something that I just saw on the internet and was really cool. Somewhat related. Did you guys see that they got Tomb Raider 1 running on the Game Boy Advance? And it like actually runs and actually the frame rate is actually decent, like it's playable. They've been working at it for like a long time. If you haven't seen it, it's worth like Googling and checking it out because it's crazy. Like when you think of like what the level of 3D that is possible on the Game Boy Advance, it's very limited in your head. But when you see it, like they actually did it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, you were watching that last night and telling me about it.
It's incredible. It's just really incredible to see like
What things are capable of. People are capable of hacking and modding.
yeah, especially like all these years later, you know. And that's one of my favorite things too. Is the idea that, you know, these systems are 20 years old and it doesn't matter because people are still working on doing stuff with them and achieving like really, really crazy results. So, anyway, it's not like a big thing you have to look into, but at some point today, if you get like a minute, just watch a minute of it being played because you'll go, that is crazy. And it is. It's really crazy. 15 months from R to the A to the NDA. Appreciate it. And 300 bits from Twitchy Switchy, who says, finally get to catch Breakfast Stream Live. I'm here. Took the week off work on PTO and have an interview for a job today that would be doing what I love for $12,000 more a year. If I could, please.
Good vibes.
Can I get some good vibes? Good vibes. I hope the interview goes well. Or, dare I say, fantastic. I hope it goes super fantastic. Because that would be really swell. I'm being reminded that we never ran beans.
Beans. Like my Pokemon.
Your Weedle?
My Weedle. That's named Beans.
His name's Beans, but he sleeps on toast.
He sleeps on toast.
That's actually
Beans on toast.
It's actually a good time. Sorry, the beans on toast thing just occurred to me. It's like that's the whole thing. If you didn't know, we're playing Pokemon. Did you know that? Did you know that we're playing the Pokemon? It's happening on Fridays now, and
He made too much toast. That's what his problem was.
but when he sleeps on toast, then you get to write beans on toast. Noah says, first I've heard about this. Well, then you're in luck. We're doing Pokemon Let's Go on Fridays. We will be doing it for the next, I don't know. It's a pretty long game. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of suspect we're going to be playing it until April. That'd be my suspicion. Might take a break when Kirby comes out. Because Kirby.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's gonna be on the channel for a while. I've also had a lot of people asking me about when it's coming to YouTube. We are working on it. For right now, if you want to watch the VODs, they're on Twitch. We'll be bringing that to the VOD channel at some point in the future, probably around the time that we bring it to Stephen Plays, and we're excited for folks to see it. But it'll be a little bit. In the meantime, though, they're archived on Twitch. You can watch them on Twitch if you want, or you can wait for Stephen Plays episodes to drop. So, favorite Pokemon nickname / trait combination so far. Ooh. Beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
Really like beans on toast. Oh! I have something else to announce. We need your help, everyone who is here, because you are signed into Twitch, which means that you have a Twitch account. If you enjoy the videos that Dan has been making, those compilation videos they're hard to make. Especially the ones where especially if we do like a one-off stream, and we've got like a 4-hour stream and we want to turn it into a highlights video, that is extremely difficult without using clips. So what we do is we'll have folks make clips. We can use those clips, the timestamps specifically, to help Dan better understand exactly what needs to go into making a highlights video. In order to do what we do, because Chaz has built a little thing to help us out, we utilize an API on Twitch that is actually deprecated. It's an old API, and Twitch is planning on getting rid of it in February. We're hoping that they will update it so we can keep doing what we do, because it makes the process a lot easier, but they haven't done it yet. So I have a request of everyone this morning. Chaz is going to post a link, 2 links? I think it might be 2 links. For these user voice forums. And if you could go there and click upvote, that would help out a lot. What this does is there's these this API that we need to utilize is a part of the Twitch developer suggestions, and it needs to be upvoted higher so the Twitch team will work on it before everything dies in February. And I reached out to my Twitch person and was like, is it cool if we just like get the audience to like help out with this? And they're like, yeah, it's a public site. And I was like, okay. So Chaz has got those 2 links. It literally takes you a second of your time. If you just click that, you're already logged into Twitch, so just click that and then click upvote on both of those. And the idea is that we will pump those up much higher to the top, so they will be harder for Twitch to ignore. And it will help us out a lot. It'll help us out a lot. Thank you all. I sincerely appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll post it. Yeah, we can post it in the Discord too. So if folks get to it later, they can do that. But yeah, it's that'll help. That'll help a lot. They made it really easy, and that's actually why we wanted to talk about it on Twitch, because like you're already logged into Twitch if you're in the chat, so you just like hit a button and then you're just done. So yeah. And I could post it on Twitter also, but I'm hoping that by it shooting up to possibly the top of the developer suggestions, that Twitch will have a harder time ignoring it and will deal with it before that API is completely gone in February. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you all. Appreciate it. And I know that on behalf of Chaz and Dan, they thank you as well, because it makes things a lot easier on us. Like, way easier. Dare I say that, especially for one-off streams, doing highlights of one-off streams would be darn near impossible without it. So, yeah. Anyway. Thank you. Things that are happening today.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Hey! Oh, I don't know if we told you. Tuesday is officially... We're saying it's official because Dan's been able to keep up with it weekly, so it's official now. Tuesday's Skyrim Day. Tuesday, you're just getting Skyrims on Tuesday. So if you're like, man, I really want to see another Skyrim highlights video, you're in luck. Today, I think today is my favorite one so far. Like, to be perfectly honest, I think today's Skyrim highlights is my favorite one that Dan has made so far. So, I hope that you enjoy it. It's a good one. Other things that are happening, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm working on vlogs as I can.
I'm painting.
Mao's painting.
I got my prints yesterday. So I signed them last night, and I'll be packaging them up today and probably run into the post office tomorrow.
Yeah.
So those will go out. They look real good.
Oh yeah, I should announce first. So I'm just at this point. I'm just gonna go on record as saying, for Garage and First 20, let's just plan on February. I am hoping to do it sooner than that. That is internally, I'm going to plan on doing it sooner than that. So I'm hoping that it won't come to February. But let's just say February, and anything sooner will be a pleasant surprise. But I can guarantee you that there won't be First 20 this week. So, yeah. I want to, but too many things. It's too many things. But yeah, let's just plan on. That's not even that far away, is it? It's like 12 days away. Let's plan on February, and anything that happens sooner is just exciting. We'll do that. In the meantime, there's still plenty of other stuff to watch, and I will try and get some more vlogs done, and get those out. Now that I'm not spending massive amounts of additional time working on other things, it'll probably work out better.
Hopefully.
To be honest. And then otherwise, obviously breakfast stream on Thursday, and then Pokemon on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I reckon that's it. Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on Thursday then. Oh yeah, and fan favorites. It's you got I said until the 31st, right? I said until the end of January, I think. So you got like 12 days to submit any last minute fan favorites. Okay, now we're done. I promised to take my pill. Oh, actually, I just ate something.
Yes. Are you planning to eat anything else?
Ooh, that's a good point. Are you?
I'm probably fine.
For 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Set a timer for 2.5 hours. It's gonna be fine.
Set a timer for 2.5 hours. Why did you stop reading that? Fine, I'll set my own timer.
Okay. Honestly, it'll probably work out a little bit better because Mao is also going to have a timer. They'll probably be good. Okay. That's it. Dome. What kind of dome today? Medication that alleviates pain, but we won't call it a painkiller, Dome.